I think peer groups had and still do today have a great amount of pressure that they place on MSPs when it comes to financial profitability and financial KPIs. And I am not saying that financial KPIs don't matter, but if they're taught and encouraged and messaged to the exclusion of other things, then that could be very destructive indeed. And so I would say I've witnessed a handful of these communities. I've heard from a lot of MSPs who have been or still part of these communities. Some of them have been part of them, but they left that community and they tell us, "Hey, this is what we were focused on over here," and we do a lot of financial sharing. We share our P&L every quarter, and somebody analyzes it, and that tends to be like the majority of the meeting is that kind of review, that hot seat review of, what did you do for the last quarter? Oh, you became less profitable, or your top line revenue dipped. Why did that dip? You know, it it puts immense pressure on MSPs to always push themselves again, not to become a better MSP, but to push a particular financial metric that is being scored and monitored and valued. That's a very different proposition. An MSP that is profitable but immature still has a ton of risk and still has a ton of exposure. And I'll explain a few of the more common areas where this is going to be manifesting itself. You could have an incident. You could have a mistake. You could have a non-mistake, just you got outgunned, outmuscled by somebody who had more technology, more time, and more investment in breaching your perimeter than you had to defending it. You're one lawsuit away. You're one insurance claim denial away, or one regulator asking a question that you can't answer. You're one question away from some really bad outcomes today as an MSP, of which none of those financial profitability is not going to save you from any of those types of questions. Those questions are entirely maturity-based lines of questions. And again, I'm not saying that they don't have anything of relevance to your profitability status. To the contrary, I'm saying that all of those issues directly impact your financial profitability. But those companies that exhibit that maturity level didn't start with a end goal of becoming profitable and just blindly trying to figure out how to get there. They started from a position of operational maturity and best practice, and then started to fine tune their business operations models in order to achieve the appropriate financial outcomes that they were looking for. Very, very big difference.